We're starting the duet. It's called Sugar and Spice. Understood? I don't know why you're all laughing and silly. That much time ago, you were doing a solo and had the top of the pyramid. That's where you always were. And now you're her duet partner? I wouldn't be laughing about it.
Well, why is a duet something that's downgraded?
I don't know, because Sophia's the star now, so she is getting the solos.
But a duet or a trio is still a lovely thing to do.
That's what I said. I think it is.
It's not a downgraded opportunity.
So you don't feel like that's a downgrade?
No, absolutely not. I think a duet is a great dance.
Anytime Nia gets a chance to dance, I am happy. So I don't know what Melissa thinks. I think it's great.
Sugar and Spice is a very fun dance. It's upbeat and cute, but it's not hard. I wish I had a solo this week because solos are so much more challenging for me.
Now look at each other like, what are you wearing? Uh-huh.
I really want to do well in the duet because since there's only 2 people, you can sort of tell if one messes up.
All right, girls, you're done for right now. You have tomorrow, and Saturday morning we leave for Greensboro. Got it? No, somebody was in here looking for stuff.
Yeah, because this was just all, look.
We all know that Melissa wants Maddie back on top of the pyramid, and she wants her daughter doing a solo. Hey, what'd you think about the duet?
Not happy about that, but.
Maddie was the one doing a solo every week, and now she's doing a duet with Kendall.
Wait, yeah. Now I think, you know, it's different.
Did Melissa just admit to me that she's not happy Maddie has a duet with Kendall? Interesting.
If Abby thinks this is a downgrade for Maddie, she's wrong. Because Kendall can keep up, and this duet looks adorable. I just don't understand why she has to consistently always drag Kendall down. What concerns me the most is that you came in and told Maddie that she's been downgraded to a duet with Kendall. How do you think that makes Kendall feel?
Kendall is dancing with Maddie, and that's what she wanted.
She's been dancing with Maddie for a year now, not in a duet.
Never in a duet, never even in one trio.
I don't think that was fair to say.
Hey, Melissa was the one that stood in the store and told me she wasn't thrilled about her kid doing a duet with Kendall.
I don't know where you want me to go with that. That's just rude. Why do people think their kids are so above others? Melissa, you're busted. You lied to me.
Have you heard from Sophia?
I have not heard from Sophia.
Oh.
I'm a little worried about her being on that movie. How are the dances?
I finished the duet this morning.
Okay.
It's hard.
It's hard?
Yeah. You're ready.
Hello. That looks good.
Hi, guys.
Chloe was telling me last night, basically, like, you know how Sophia has the whole solo part, but then she was saying there's a whole section that's only Maddie, and she said Abby was saying, like, you know, Sophia gets left behind, but Maddie crosses the border, and she's like, Mom, what about the other 4 of us? She's like, she never even mentioned us.
Well, how about this? I was talking to Abby, and I went in to say thank you for the duet. And she said, you know, Melissa came flat out and said she didn't want to do it.
Oh, my
Melissa
God.
says that to Abby?
I guess because she thinks Maddie's too good to dance with Kendall.
Abby told Jill that Melissa was not happy doing a duet with Kendall, that it was a step down from doing a solo. And I think that really hurt Joe and Kendall's feelings.
Melissa told us that story upstairs, and Melissa said, oh, I talked to Abby, and Abby said, how do you feel about the duet? And she said, oh, I'm really happy about it.
Oh, she did!
Did she say that?
Yeah! Someone here is lying. Abby, as everybody knows, just speaks the truth. She doesn't care if she's gonna hurt your feelings or not. Melissa has lied to me many of times before.
But do you think that's wrong?
Yes! You're allowed to not be happy about it. Don't lie about it.
What do I do? I mean,
I would definitely say something.
I don't want to cause any drama with this duet, but I can't let Melissa get away with this. I can't let her think that her kid is too good to dance with mine.
All right, so ready? Take it from your whole hip section. 5, 6, 7, 8, and...
Everybody, count us the rhythm, show us the way.
Hi, how are you? We're doing a project.
And down. Now, what did you do after the back handspring? Can we coupe out of that? Can we leap out of that? Can we jump out of that?
I have to tell you that Abby told me last night that you weren't happy about doing a duet with Kendall. What? And it hurts my feelings.
Well,
I mean, I don't want to
Jill?
get all angry and scream.
I never said that.
Well, why would Abby tell me that?
She lies all the time. Never said that.
Well, tell me how the conversation
I told you.
went, that she would get that you weren't happy about.
Never said it. Jill,
I guess what hurts the most is, one, that Abby truly believes that you think Maddie's too good to dance with Kendall.
I never said that.
And that is hurtful.
Well, it's really funny.
And really disappointing because Christy sat here and asked you how many times.
I'm excited. You told me how excited.
I'm very excited.
I told you.
And Kendall's very excited.
I told you
think
exactly.
things like that just hurts the kids' feelings.
Of course it does. But I didn't hurt the kids' feelings because Abby asked me. I even told you. I told you guys all yesterday. She said, what do you think of the duet? And I said, I'm so excited. And she goes, it's a step down. That's what she said to me.
Melissa just lied right to my face. She told me she was happy about the duet with Kendall, and Abby told me the exact opposite. Melissa, you're busted. You lied to me. And let's face it, they're all different levels. They all have their strengths and their weaknesses.
I think
But it's not fair for a teacher to say one kid's too good to dance with another, or for a mother to agree with it. And that's, I don't know how it went down, but that's what Abby led me to believe.
Well, you can believe whatever you want to, Jill.
Now, the girls, obviously, immigrants. Watch, ladies. The costumes for this week's competition need to be dark and dramatic. I want the girls to look as though they've been through a whole lot to get across that border.
Where are these children immigrating from?
We don't know. They're trying to cross the border. It's not about where they're coming from and where they're going. It's about the voyage home.
I'm listening to Abby's definition of immigration, and I'm confused. How on earth can you immigrate home?
Hi, Jim. Good morning. You wouldn't know what to do if we didn't have pink suitcases.
That's right.
We're going back to Greensboro, North Carolina this week, and we actually attended DTI last year. So we're familiar with the competition. We know the judges. We did well last year.
Come on, Jim, let's go. Ladies, we're going to the Dance Troupe Challenge, and we need to remember that those kids are already there. They're already working. So when you step into that hotel, you don't know who's a judge, you don't know who's a faculty member, you don't know who's running it. Game face is on. No back-talking your moms. Get in there and pretend you're dancers, yes? Oh, here we go. Good luck today. Thinking of you all. Just got to set here in LA. Last day of filming. Miss you all.
So what does that mean? No Sophia this weekend.
No Sophia this weekend.
See, you should have just put Brooke on the team from day one.
Well, day one, you weren't there. You didn't show up on day one. Well, this week is a little late, Kelly.
Yeah, well, Sophia wasn't there day one of this week either, was she? Brooke
No.
was there. She wasn't.
Nope, she was doing a movie in Hollywood. Brooke was at school with her friends. Big difference. Kelly, you have to understand, I want stars. I don't want mediocre.
We know you want stars, Abby, and it's clear that you'll do whatever it takes to get those stars.
If you really want to call it out, then maybe you should say something in front of Abby.
Yeah, but think of it this way. If Abby had to pick whose side she's gonna take, I mean,
Oh, I don't know about
if
that.
honesty's not the best policy and she's gonna pick a side, I mean, I'm dead beat.
Abby is not going to want to be the one who is accused of lying. I think she'll choose her own side because if Melissa's calling her a liar, Abby's not going to stand for being called a liar.